Hello, Omar. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, miss. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. It's so good to
That's
see
good to hear.
you. How does
My
it
pleasure.
feel?
I feel amazing, honestly. Like I've had such an amazing course with you, and I'm
Oh,
happier like that I finished with like happiness, if you know what I mean.
yes,
Like,
yes. Finish with
yeah,
happiness and pride. I think you did a great job, and I mean, you did really, really good. So Omar, you know that every year I try to do like a few interviews, and I started this last year because some of the interviews with students were so motivating that I really want to keep this. And thank you so much for being able to do this interview.
yeah, of
And
course.
I actually have a very big reason for having you specifically. You have a very special story. And I don't know if you know this or noticed this or not, but Omar Emad was one of the very few students who accomplished really big thing in chemistry. He is expected to not just A star, but he's expected to get a really good score. I expect maybe 200, 199 out of 200 something. But the thing is about Omar is that I never felt that he's working hard. Am I right? I never felt that Omar is like working hard and doing the grind and like solving lots and lots of lot. I never felt this. Am I right or what?
I mean, honestly, miss, you are kind of right. I did not work hard at all, like in the very first few months. Like I came at the last 2 months, I worked so
Yes,
hard. Like
yes, yes.
I worked so hard. It's not necessarily that because I didn't work hard at the very start, it doesn't mean I couldn't work hard at the end.
Exactly.
I have like my own mindset. I personally like to keep things for last because when I keep things
Mm,
for last, I remember it more efficiently and
yes,
like it's not harder to remember when you do things at first.
yes.
If I
But
do the things at first,
at the beginning, I mean, yes, so the course was 9 months. I would say the first 7 months, you did not work like hard, or you didn't do the grind. You worked really hard the last 2 months. That's true. But I want to say, like, the first 7 months, yes, you didn't work hard, but you were focused. You were laser focused. And the reason I'm saying this is the questions, the quality of the questions you asked in the session were questions of someone who is paying attention. You were listening. Yes, you were not working hard, but you were listening and you were focused. So you kind of worked smart, but not hard. And then at the end, you did really good, and you're expected to really like it's not just an
yes,
A star, but really do
yes,
well.
I agree. I totally agree. Like I I don't really work hard as much as I work smart. I usually try to think of other techniques instead of just working hard because most people think like when you work hard, you're supposed to get that thing, but it's not always like that. Yeah,
No,
maybe Allah will obviously give you what will
reward you.
make you earn what you worked hard for, but you need to also work smart alongside with working hard.
Yes. Yes, that's why I really wanted to talk about this. Now, you said sometimes you find a technique that makes it easier. Can you tell us your secret? Omar is
It's
going to reveal his secret.
it's not really a secret if I'm being honest. Like if you know how to study and you know how or when or how long to study, you're going to be able to finish whatever you want. All you have to do is just plan, basically. You have to know how good you are at something to be able to achieve it. You also need to know how difficult that thing is. If you don't know how difficult it is and you're just waiting and just planning without knowing how difficult it is, obviously it's not going to be as easy. You need to plan. That's the most important thing.
Yes. So you said planning, and then you also said something, really, really nice. You said know the difficulty of the subject. Don't just wait until the last two
Yes,
months, but
yes,
actually no, have an idea. Oh, okay, equilibrium needs work.
yes,
Redox needs work. That's really smart. I like this technique. It's not just going through and waiting for the last minute, but actually you know which lessons deserve the time so that you can plan in a smart way. That's really
yes.
amazing.
Yeah,
That's really
absolutely. Absolutely.
so
Thank you.
Omar, how was chemistry for you before you joined the course?
If I'm being completely honest, I legit absolutely and utterly did not know a single thing in chemistry. I maybe knew like a couple of things like a mole of Avogadro's constant has like 6.02 times 10 to the power of 23 moles or particles, but
Particles. Yeah.
that's literally like the most I could reach. I couldn't reach any higher.
Wow. Wow. I am surprised because you seem to you actually did seem to understand very quickly in the lesson. And it seemed to me that maybe you had some kind of, basics. You know chemistry somehow, but wow, that's amazing. Wow, that's amazing. So can you tell the students more about the experience, the journey of this year?
Uh, Honestly, the best thing for me, I found that it was always having a team and people you could ask on the group chat. You could always ask, and there will be people answering, giving you perfect answers and like detailed, thorough answers. Like it was absolutely perfect. That was my favorite thing. I also like that there were office hours. These office hours, like whenever I had doubts in, for example, a lesson, let's say 4.1, chapter 4, I would just join after the session, the office hour, and ask all my doubts. They would have much time for me because they worked all day, of course. And yeah, I would just ask them all my doubts, and they would just answer it very simply. And it surprises me actually how simple it is at the end.
Yeah, sometimes you think it's really huge or difficult, but it's simple. So, the things you really that benefit you is the group chat, the support available in the group chat, and they were amazing. Sometimes I go in and I want to answer something, and someone else answered it, and I'm like, wow, Matab answered it, or Dr. Habiba answered it.
Yes.
Like, it was just amazing that people were like pretty quick answering everything. That was really amazing. And then the second thing was office hours. So I'm really glad those office hours worked. So you would join them and then ask, and that really maps back to Omar, what's difficult. And so you go to the group, you ask about it, or you go to the office hour and you specifically ask about this point because you know it's difficult.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
really, really amazing. So um Omar, now I know that you will achieve a very big goal, but did you actually have this goal at the beginning of the year?
Well, actually, like I didn't have a very high goal at the start. All I was aiming at the start was an A star, if I'm being honest.
Just getting
Just
it.
an A star. I was looking for an A star because I actually started IGCSE in grade 9, and I had absolutely no idea about anything. I just joined plain like that. No, 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 nothing, no, nothing. Just
Wow. Wow.
ideas.
So you just wanted the A star, and then at one point, I'm pretty sure your goal went up because that's what you are going to achieve. So how did that happen? When did your goal go up? Like why?
Well, actually, I only realized that I wanted a higher goal when I started solving a lot of past papers. It may actually seem very difficult at the start. Well, it is actually difficult at the start, but when you start solving past papers and gain more experience, it's going to be much easier for you to have a higher goal,
Yes.
obviously.
Yes. So it looks like I think you started solving past papers in April, right? I would say maybe just
Yeah, yeah.
March or April. So looks like you started solving past papers and then you're like, well, that's not bad. I mean, I'm scoring 78 out of 80 and 40 out of 40, so maybe I can make it, right? Is that what happened to you?
Yes, yes.
So maybe by March you were like, okay, I want to achieve more than that.
Yes.
That's really good. So what advice do you have for new students?
Honestly, for the new students, all I want you to do is not worry about a thing. All you have to
Not
do is
worry.
just, yeah, just follow the homework and the sessions on time. That's all. All you have to do is just solve the homework. The homework is basically just a few questions from the past papers, and as long as you solve them, you're gonna have all the experience. Then at the end, you can just solve the past papers fully again, and then you'll be a master at the chemistry.
Awesome, awesome. That's a really good advice. So just join the session on time. Pay attention because Omar, one of the best thing about you is that you were so focused, mashallah. I mean, you were really, really focused. You absorbed every single word I said. Like it was just amazing. You never zoned out. I don't think you ever zoned out in my classes.
I'm not
That
sure about that, to be
was
honest.
oh my God.
I may have slept one session. I don't know.
Oh my
I came
that
back
is
from
so
school
funny.
late.
Yeah. And then the second thing is to do the homework on time. Now, the other thing that is very special about you, Omar, is that you have a leadership personality. You're not just a regular student. You have something special about you. So can you tell me
Thank you, Miss.
more? Yeah.
I mean, honestly, a lot of people tend to tell me that, but I'm not really like that social kind of a person. Yeah, maybe I like to tell people about something and advise them, but I'm not really, I wouldn't say I'm a leader. Yeah, I like having a name and stuff, but people tend to like me as a leader for some reason. I personally don't think I'm that good of a leader, to be honest.
No, I think you have you have the seed. It's pretty obvious to me. I could feel it. It was from day one. You're special. So what do you want to do in the future? What do you want to be?
It's I've not really thought much about it. It's all happening very quickly. Like
Yes.
I just finished my first 5 subjects of IGCSE. I still have more in October,
How,
November.
how many you finished?
I finished 5 subjects actually. Yeah,
Five. Okay.
yeah,
Wow. 5 subjects. That's amazing. All right.
yeah.
So, and you're not sure what you want to do in the future yet, but uh, you know what? I'm not worried. Whatever you do, you're gonna be really, really good in it. Really
Thank
good.
you.
So, I mean, because
It's an honor.
the way you process information is just amazingly fast and focused and accurate, and then you follow up and you ask questions. So that's really amazing. So, is there anything else you want to tell new students who are about to start? I mean, just imagine we're still in the summer, so just imagine we're about to start the school year. It's going to be August. What do you want those students to really, really know and really, really do?
Uh, Give me a second to think about that because that's actually a really good question. Honestly, just don't stress. Don't stress out.
Love it.
Just stay calm because there's actually a study that says the more calmer you are, the more successful you'll be. Like 90% more successful if you're more calm.
That's very
Yeah,
true. That's
that's
very true.
pretty much all I
And,
have to say.
and you were one of the very calm and funny, and you danced in the class, you sang in the class, you did Michael Jackson's walk in the class. I mean, Omar was so much fun and so relaxed. And he's not just giving random advice. It's actually an advice that he implemented personally during the year. I've seen it, and you were just really, really relaxed. So I love this advice. Don't worry. It's a really good advice. If everybody can just put a note on the screen on the desk, relax. I mean, imagine the quality of their studying. Imagine the quality while solving homework. That's beautifully said, and it's amazing, and it's just really spot on. Not a random advice. It was actually like I now know the secret of your success. You were just as calm as like you were really, really calm and just very optimistic about what's going to happen. I don't think you ever worried. I never say I don't remember you saying, oh, I'm worried about this topic or I'm worried about this. You were just asking questions. So that's really amazing. Omar, I really appreciate you being here. Uh,
It's my absolute pleasure, miss.
yes, yes.
It's an honor to be here, actually.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's my pleasure, and I really had fun
Me
having
too.
the course. I mean, you were just so much fun, and actually yesterday's, I mean, if you don't mind, yesterday's party, I edited the video and I put in
Yeah, no,
yeah, I
no,
put
no,
in your
go ahead.
comment. It was so funny. I put it specifically just to lighten up everybody, and it was just so funny. So
Thank you
um
so much.
yeah, I reiterate to everyone, do not take it too seriously, do not worry, do not overwhelm yourself, take it easy, relax, and like you said, there's a lot of support. There's the session, there's of like office hours, there's the group. Like if you have any questions, it's gonna be answered, like just
Absolutely.
ask. Yeah, yeah. That's amazing. So Omar, we talked yesterday about summer plans and your November session, and really best wishes. Enjoy your summer.
Thank you
Keep
so much.
up, keep up your attitude of just, being relaxed and enjoying the courses. That's a great advice. So thank you so much again. I really appreciate your video.
Of course, miss, no problem.
All right, bye.
Bye, miss.